Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 26. It is day 1, June 26, 2017. Hey, Jedi traders, as always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only, to support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, good to see you guys. Hope you had a good weekend. Again, not in session on Friday, so let's get right into week 26. In case you didn't check it out here over the weekend, able to post a week 25 recap, including the technical momentum for the Outlook Week 26. Did skip the video this week. We'll regroup for next weekend. But big picture for the week, there it is with the NQ breaking from the move upside down. We'll take a look here on the open gaps here in a moment. But price action did break the 61.8, reversing the trend and now holding above the 10 EMA. Not for long after today's move. Short-term test, so we're watching that pullback, see where it's going to come. Deeper pullbacks, obviously. We'll move even deeper into the 200 period moving average. ES, same thing. You know, the big picture you got to look at as the NQ dropped down in the last couple weeks. The ES and YM didn't really join the party as much, kind of sitting up there, pushing a little bit higher, consolidating sideways, kind of holding this market up. So the NQ's been making its way back up ever so slightly and pulling back. As you can see here, we did finish in the deep red here today. Not too bad, actually, but market action not able to hold up on the NQ there, as the FANG stocks and the FAMG slash FANG stocks couldn't hold up as well. And so let's jump right into the trading session recap. And again, giving it the little wave there. Perma bears are out to play now. If you've been following your social media feed, again, not listening to TV, just watching the factoids of, well, not factoids, but a matter of the posts that doom and gloom is headed our way as markets just not being able to hold up. And if you took a look at my charts over the weekend, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, we are sitting at consolidation, but we're not exactly tearing it down. As I just mentioned, the ES and YM still holding up the momentum upside. So jumping right into week 26, day 1 here it was the Globex momentum took a turn after a nice overnight. Let me just go ahead and pull that up. There's your Globex session on the NQ overnight. Very nice move, solid golden setup by the T3 Trading Fib strategy here. Again, a combination of asking yourself, A, price action, is it above or below the cloud? And when I mentioned the cloud, I went back. Some of you have been saying, is it that Ichimoku cloud? No, it's actually not. I'm not pulling out an old chart of mine where I had several more lines below, but you could see here, this is the Ichimoku. This is my 5144 cloud. Again, you can see the resistance here off the T350, so a slight difference there. But again, when it comes to is price action above or below the cloud, that's the cloud I'm talking about, which is referring to the third horizontal bar at the bottom. 2, is it in sync with the 534? If it's not, I don't even think about it. It's not even a possibility. But if we have both in the green and in sync with that's right, in sync with the 5144, even better. Even better with the T3 moving average, you got yourselves a trend. And so there's your NQ. And, you know, throwing in the MML, which are the levels that we look at here too as well. What a beautiful golden setup on the NQ overnight to the MML high. It really didn't push much higher on the NQ as it kind of stalled and made its way back down today. So NQ, ES, here, go ahead. I'll show you the ES overnight. There it is. Nice Globex. T3 moving average crossover. Solid Heikin-Ashi bars above the cloud in sync with the other charts. Beautiful move all the way up. Okay, so there we were. ES and YM rolling out this morning. Headed upwards. You just thought the NQ was going to join. Unfortunately, she didn't play with the rest in the sandbox. And sure enough, here they go. NQ kerplunk. Downside pulls the ES and YM with it. Down and towards the European close, pretty much stalls out. We did have open gaps on all three indices this morning, but they were definitely closed to the downside. So as the permabas Toot their horn. VIX closing out here at 9.9 on ES volume at 1.25. Not exactly screaming. You'll see the volume in the morning session much greater than the PM session. So just stay out of that PM session. Don't even be looking for everything. There's your econ highlights. As we'll come up here in the end of the week, I got a post here. I'm going to do all the economic highlights, kind of give you the bigger picture. Are things really that rosy, or are things a little bit gray? Right now, we're leaning a little bit more to the gray side as we lead in, though, into Q2 earnings seasons. We'll see how things came out. All right, not much in the news there. Momentum up, momentum down. We've simply reversed it in today's session. All right, let's go into the market internals. Here you can see on the market profile, again, 70% of today's trading falling within that weakness from Friday's session. Again, we had weakness at the top as well. We didn't spend much time, so we got a little bit of repair to complete upside here on the NQ, but it was the ES similar structure profile knocking out 2 points of controls, likewise treatable as an open gap. And so we got a little bit of weakness up here as single prints. Got to build some value up here in the weeks to come. Again, I'm no expert when it comes to volume profile. You might be. Check out James Dalton, Stoudemire, watch Shadow Trader for any other other information when it comes to that. But again, I can read the market profile. I see where the majority of trading takes place. I can read what is a week high, a week low, and obviously not balanced here as maybe this session here back on 621. So going forward, again, I just don't use it as an intraday. I know where the 600-day point of control is, which happens to be down below 2362.25, which would be a magnet of 600 days of trading. As long as price action moves forward, we end up actually retracing to that point, but we're not there yet. All right, there's your volume profile for today. A little bit unbalanced, but price action, we'll see where it leads forward in tomorrow's session. Daily gaps, we had a 61.8 retracement from the high to the low. We broke that there on Friday, but market action not able to hold up. Our nearest open gap down here, 5707.25 on the YM, much deeper. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Keep that in mind. It's all the way down here and even deeper now. Scary there. 20248, and our nearest open gap there on the ES Collective down to 2315.75. All right, so keep those in mind. AD lines by the NQ reached up right to 90 right up there today. When price action gets up here early in the AM session, you had two scenarios that could have played out. Number one, that's it, sideways. Don't like those overnight Globex runs when price action simply stays up there, but hey, we had the reverse. It was nice today. Price action actually gave an opportunity to the short, retested up here at the pivot, and just flat across with the ES and YM. NISS nicely not going any higher to 1350, usually 1600 being the line upstairs. All right, taking a look at some key charts here. Again, NQ had that nice move up. MMLs also. Heiken Ashi bars in trend to the upside, in sync with the downstairs charts. Price action consolidate a little bit, and bang, back downside. Highest probability second setup downstairs to the 5-minute MML overlay. This was already about 1040, which the NQ played out the rest of the day. This was post 75 minutes. And then here on a ES move, price action lifted up to the MML high. Little bit of uncertainty up here as moving averages crossed over. Now you get price action underneath the cloud, in sync with the 534. That's your first good probability setup, and then price action follows through to the downside. Nice move. All right, so how do we do today? ES full session. Here it was, the nice early morning move versus the NQ. ES very much in trend on the Globex that we just showed you before. Let's just pull that up. There it was. Nice ES move to the upside. There's your market open, continuing in trend. And ES pulls the turnaround here, downside. Nice move to the downside. Retest the 5144 cloud. No other further setup. T3 moving averages have not crossed over, and there you go. Look at that session. Market open to PM session versus the PM to market close. Why even play? Yes, you did have a nice opportunity here towards the close in the last 40 minutes. Cliche, typical of the indices. NQ, there it was. Didn't really get much of a move up after that Globex run, But market action, you could have jumped right on the cloud. Again, this is a 15-tick chart. The 10-tick chart was much noisier, but a price action up brings it downside. And after the move down here towards the mid-session, that was pretty much it. Again, this is a 15-tick chart, so a lot less noise on the charts, but able to run down from anywhere 100 plus ticks here, depending on where you ran it down to. You had a daily gap downstairs, you had Globex low, you had the MML lows, all levels to watch. Price action moves, you can use the swing size stops as in our trade management chart. Here we go, trade management on the MMLs, using the swing high stops for opportunities to move your stop down as trend is running on the HA bars. A lot different than those minute bars. All right, NQ, you can see PM session, try to get something going. My recommendation was just to sit out the PM session. Volume dropped off, and good enough. You got the move in the morning, just let it go. Let it go. All right, YM, last index here as it pushed upside. Price action again, T3 moving average crossover. You got price action underneath the cloud. Not in sync with the 534, unfortunately. You're already running in trend. YM again, if you have a different strategy, maybe you took it off the highs on the MMLs. Otherwise, just jumping in right on the move here. You might have dropped down to a smaller time frame to try and splice in. You would have had to wait for an indecision bar like right here, so maybe you got a little piece of the YM. Again, it's not always about getting the full move. It's about getting a piece of it. Anything at the low chops, and then price action back upside. Almost a 50% retrace here, and you can see the PM session just pretty much quiet out. All right, there are the key charts. Let's jump into the MMLs as they sit and moving into tomorrow. Again, ES over the weekend, we showed you here in the charts. We're consolidated up here on the MML highs on the weekly. So price action, again, watching the moving averages. As long as we're staying above that 10 EMA, but we continue to hug both the T350 on the higher time frame on the 20 tick and the holding above the 10 EMA. We really did hold last week around that 10 EMA towards the end of the week. So that's my concern. My concern is as long as we can pull away from that 10 EMA and work our way back up to the all-time high, that'd be great on the ES. So I got to keep it in the zone right now. Momentum definitely still holding upside, but we got our zone high up here that we were able to reach upside today. But again, retesting that 10 EMA. So anything lower in the Globex or downside, we're going to have to watch for that 50 EMA down at 24.11. So until we reach down there, watch the zone here, 24.29 to 22, about a 7-point range. And then upside 45 to about 53 is the range heading into tomorrow. Taking a look at the NQ. Again, NQ on the bigger picture. We're still holding upside above the 10 EMA, but barely, as 50 EMA really is becoming the test on the NQ. So here we are holding up against that 10 EMA as we let in from last week, hitting that zone high up here overnight. Globex resistance on there, 60 minutes. And again, retest right there, 50% pullback. Watch that 50 EMA as we lead into tomorrow's session, an overnight zone low down here. Anything loses it here, we're headed down to that 200 period moving average. Again, I have to go with the momentum right now on the NQ downside as price action on a 50 tick. That's a higher range chart. Retested that T34 and now back down on a T350 underneath the cloud, all in today's price action. Some pretty good volume though, not too bad on the NQ, but still lower. But again, momentum is downside and follow through. Watch for the zone low if we can't hold here at the 10 period moving average. YM finishing up here. Price action again, consolidate around that 10 EMA. Watch the zone low here. 50 EMA, we got a little bit of distance here. Not too bad, but down here, 2171. So we got our zone low here from 328 to 250. Big range there. 50%, we got to get over that 406 to get back up into the zone highs and the all-time high. There it is. There's the test on the T350. So momentum, partial pullback, but still in an uptrend on the YM. All right, Jedi traders, leading into tomorrow and wrapping up this recap here, economic calendar. Again, not too light of a week. We got Fed speakers. Watch for Yellen tomorrow. A couple of Green Star events as we lead into Thursday's GDP, end of the month, as well as, that's right, non-farm payrolls to lead out on Friday. All right, that concludes today's daily trends for the key futures markets, technical momentum of the indices. Feel free to stop by here at Trading Fibs or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra is simple. Any chart, let's go ahead and pull that up. Where is that chart? There it is. Any chart, any market, any time frame will keep you disciplined, all right? Shared that with you today. On an intraday basis, you got to be ready in both directions. Feel free to follow me here at Trading Fibs or at StockTwits. You can also follow my blog site for intraday setups, comments, and retweets of things that I find important. I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I'm only watching the charts in front of me, and I leave that bias at the door when trading. Gen A traders, if you're interested in joining us, our community of like-minded traders, please feel free to join us this Thursday or Friday to view live chart setups as they happen in the trading day. Just go ahead and email me here, David at Trading Fibs, and check out all my other links here on my site if you're interested in more information. Hey guys, that's it for today. It is National Chocolate Pudding Day, so go ahead and if that's your flavor, go ahead and celebrate. For the rest of you, have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. We've covered all the charts. So David from Trading Fibs wishing you all a good day, a good night, and good trading to you.